So I have a free Facebook group called Rising Video Rockstars, and one of the biggest questions I get in there, one of the most frequently asked questions I get in there is, what kind of camera gear is your favorite? What kind of thing do you use the most? So today I'm just going to run through some of my favorite pieces of equipment that I use to film videos on this channel and that I just love. So stay tuned for that. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Jessica Stansberry and I am your resident video and content marketing strategist for the entrepreneur who's ready to use video and use YouTube to better your authority, grow your brand, grow your business, grow your income, all the things. So if that sounds like you, make sure to hit subscribe. Okay, pumpkin? Okay, so like I say, today I'm just gonna run through some of my most favorite camera equipment that I use to film videos on this channel. And I have a couple of different things I want to talk about, especially in the way of cameras. But first, before I really get into like what I use on a day-to-day basis, I want to remind you that you can use your phone. I filmed YouTube videos on my iPhone 6 for probably a year prior to actually getting a good camera. And you know what? Those are still some of my most viewed videos. Those are still some of the videos that get some of the best leads into my business, and I filmed them all on my phone. So when I'm talking through gear recommendations, don't think that you have to go run and buy something right now because you have everything you need in your pocket. And I say this all the time, but you really do. So when I'm talking through all of this, don't forget that your phone is a just fine piece of equipment itself. Okay, so I want to talk first about this little guy here. This is the Canon G7X. It is an amazing, amazing small portable vlogging or video camera, and it has some awesome, awesome, awesome features. One would be the pop-up screen. I love that. I like being able to see myself. I don't generally look at myself when I record because I'd be looking over here, but I do like to be able to see that the lighting is good and that I'm in focus when I want to take like a quick little break and I want to like glance over. I can see that everything's good, and this camera has that as well. So this is one of my faves. You can actually adjust the exposure on this as well. So if you're in like a low lighting setting, you can crank up the exposure a little bit and still get really great quality videos from this. And this is the G7X Mark II, so it's the newer version, but I've heard really great things from the Mark I as well, and I just love this for, like, if you're going to go with like a more budget camera that will do everything you need, this is a really good one. Now, the camera I'm filming on right now, I obviously can't show you, but I will put a nice little picture over here somewhere, is the Canon 70D, and it is my favorite thing in the world. Not only is it the Canon 70D, but I have a 24mm pancake lens on the Canon. And what that does is it allows me to have way better quality videos in low light settings because it has a 2.8 aperture. So it allows me to take it all the way down to that, get a little bit of a blurred background, and do better in low light situations. I just love this camera. The screen on this one pops over to the side, which, like I say, is why I can look over here and see what I'm doing. And so you can still see yourself on it. It does have external jacks for mics, and it's just a really good overall camera. I also love it for the photography aspect of it. It takes really good pictures in addition to taking really good video. It has a very quiet autofocus as well, which is one of the reasons it's highly recommended as a YouTube or video camera. And this lens I have also has a very quiet autofocus. So if I move around, it's going to follow me, and you guys are not going to be able to hear like a when it's like trying to follow me around and refocus. So it is the Mac Daddy of what I need right now in my business and what I need right now in my life, and I love it so much. Now, obviously, there are more expensive cameras than this one that do 4K and, you know, have all of these other options, but these two, the Canon 70D and this Canon Canon G7X, are really all I need. And honestly, I don't even have a desire to upgrade to anything else. So those are the two cameras I use. Now, I want to talk for a minute about the mic I'm currently using. Now, again, I'm not going to show that to you because it's out of the screen right now, but I will pop a picture of it right here, and I will make sure I'm linking everything in the description below. But it is a Zoom H1 external mic, and really what it is a audio recorder. So it's not necessarily a microphone that plugs into anything. It's just an audio recorder, and it doesn't have a cord. It just takes a battery, takes one of those little tiny SD cards. I set it right outside of my camera view so that you guys can't really see it, but it is right underneath my face. And so it's picking up my audio really well. And then I sync the audio from it with the audio from my camera and go on about my day. I like this the best for my personal situation. I have a large office, but the office is filled with windows, literally everywhere. These two doors that have windows in them, this window behind me, I have windows everywhere, which is great for lighting, horrible for sound. I also have hardwood floors, and I do have a big rug, but I have hardwood floors, so any other microphone options that I was using were coming back with a crap ton of echo or feedback. It didn't matter what I tried. I tried the top of the mic camera. I tried the lavalier. I tried all kinds of things. And for me personally, this has the best result. It has the least amount of echo, the least amount of feedback, and I really love it. And it's actually not very expensive at all either. So the Zoom H1 is the mic that I'm currently using. Now, if I didn't want to use the Zoom mic, I could absolutely take this mic that I use for podcasting, place it just outside of my view here, and be able to use it as well. And this is the ATR 2100, and I have it on a boom mic on the side of my desk, or a boom arm, I guess, on the side of my desk, and it is a great, great, great podcasting mic, as well as a good mic if you can get it close enough to you to record YouTube videos. And then see, I can just kind of push it over to the side and you guys can't see it anymore. So that's definitely one of my faves. Now, I want to talk about one last thing. I don't use a ton of external lighting because I don't need to. I have a lot of natural light coming into my office, but even today, for instance, I wanted to start recording earlier than the sun was going to start coming into my office. So I did break out the external ring light for a little bit. I'm actually still currently using it, but probably will turn it off as the sun comes in my office. But I want to tell you about that because it is my favorite lighting tool as far as external lighting goes, and that is the ring light. This is actually not a name brand ring light. This is kind of an off-brand one that I got on Amazon, so I will make sure to link it below. But I put it on just a regular, like, straight up and down mic stand or lighting stand, and put it behind my camera, and it works perfectly. And it can work really well for filler light as well. Sometimes if I turn my setup over this way, I have kind of a dark spot on the right-hand side of my face because I don't have as many windows on that side of my office, and I can place that ring light over there to create some fill light as well. So as far as lights go, that would be my #1 pick. So I hope this was really helpful for you guys. I will link everything I talked about below in the description box. And if you have a favorite piece of equipment that you film on, I would love, love, love to hear it, because we don't all have to use the same thing. We don't all have to use the same equipment. We don't all have to use the same camera or mic or lights, and that is okay. So make sure to hit me up with what you use and what you love the most in the description box below. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button, yo, because if you don't, you're gonna miss everything else I bring you. Then we'll both be sad. That's not a pretty picture. Bye, y'all.